When I first met Kendra Lee, she wasn't an influencer. She was just Kendra, loud, funny, magnetic, the kind of person who could walk into a silent room and make everyone feel like they'd been missing out on the party. We met during college orientation, both lost in a sea of anxious freshmen, both pretending to know where we were going. She cracked a joke about how directionally challenged she was, and within 5 minutes, we were laughing like old friends. That's how it started, a friendship that became a sisterhood. Kendra had this gravity about her. People wanted to be near her, to be liked by her. I was more grounded, the listener, the planner, the one who remembered birthdays and made sure everyone got home safe. Together, we balanced each other perfectly. After graduation, I started working at a small PR agency. Kendra, she fell into social media. It began with makeup tutorials in her cramped apartment, using her phone propped up on a stack of books. I'd help her film sometimes, holding a lamp as her DIY ring light. We'd laugh about her 3 loyal followers, and she'd say, "Hey, even Beyoncé started somewhere." And then she blew up. Her channel grew fast. First a few thousand, then tens of thousands. She found her niche: lifestyle, fashion, self-love. She was charming, relatable, and just bold enough to make people feel like they knew her personally. I was proud of her, genuinely. When brands started sending PR boxes, I'd help her unbox them. When she needed captions, I'd edit them. When trolls attacked, I was the one defending her in comments. But the more her followers multiplied, the more she changed. At first, it was subtle, ignoring messages for days, canceling plans because I have a shoot. Then it became sharper, crueler. She'd joke about me being too boring for social media. Once, at a dinner with her influencer friends, she said, "Maya's the only person I know who still believes in private life. Isn't that cute?" Everyone laughed. I did too, even though it stung. Still, I brushed it off. Fame does weird things to people, right? Then came that night. I'd just gone through a brutal breakup, 4 years down the drain. He cheated, of course, with someone from his office. I told Kendra everything, sobbing on her couch while she patted my back and said, "You're better off, babe. He was beneath your vibe." I believed her. I thought she cared. The next evening, I got a notification. Kendra had posted a video titled, "When He Cheats, But You Knew He Would." I watched, heart pounding. It was my story. My heartbreak turned into content. She reenacted parts of our conversation, my crying, my words, even mimicking my voice for laughs. Her followers commented things like, "Oh my God, this is hilarious," and "Bestie, your acting skills?" She didn't name me, but everyone in our friend circle knew. They tagged me. They messaged me. I wanted to crawl into a hole. When I confronted her, she smiled like it was no big deal. "Maya, it's just content," she said, rolling her eyes. "You're being too sensitive. No one even knows it's you." I remember staring at her, realizing I didn't recognize her anymore. The girl who once held my hand through anxiety attacks now used my pain for likes. That night, I promised myself I wouldn't cry over her again. But I also didn't forget. The thing about influencers like Kendra is, their entire existence depends on perception. The applause of strangers, the illusion of perfection. They curate authenticity like a brand strategy. And once I saw that, I knew exactly where to strike. For months, I watched quietly. She'd post inspirational captions about loyalty, truth, and protecting your energy while gossiping viciously in private. I still had access to our old group chat, and to her. Kendra had this habit of venting through voice notes. She'd rant about her followers, her sponsors, even her closest friends. One night, after a wine-fueled catch-up at her apartment, she let her guard down completely. "I swear, most of my followers are idiots," she said, tossing her hair. "They'd buy anything if I say it's life-changing." She laughed, sipping her rosé, and added, "I mean, I love them, but they're like children. You have to feed them lies in pretty packaging." I remember smiling politely and nodding, But inside, something clicked. That was the moment I knew exactly what my revenge would be. I started collecting evidence, quietly. Every time she sent a message complaining about her audience, I saved it. Every time she mocked a collaboration while publicly praising it, I screenshotted it. Every voice note trashing her fans went into a secret folder. I didn't know when I'd use it, only that when I did, it would be devastating. Months passed. Her fame grew. She crossed 500,000 followers. Her life looked flawless. The luxury partnerships, the travel vlogs, the endless validation. But behind the filters, she was cracking. I could tell. She was paranoid about engagement rates, panicking over brand contracts. Fame was devouring her from the inside out. And then her 27th birthday arrived, a perfect opportunity wrapped in glitter. Kendra planned a huge live stream birthday party. Sponsors, followers, friends, all watching. She wanted to hit 1 million followers by midnight, streaming until the counter ticked over. She even asked me to come early and help organize the setup. I said yes, of course I did. When I arrived, the apartment looked like a magazine spread. Pink balloons, champagne, fairy lights everywhere. She was glowing in a silver dress, camera ready, sipping on champagne while barking orders at her assistant. "Maya, you made it," she said, hugging me briefly. "Please tell me this lighting makes me look expensive." "You always do," I said smoothly. She laughed. "That's why I love you." I smiled back, though the word love felt hollow now. While she fluttered around adjusting angles and ring lights, I slipped her phone off the counter. She always logged into her streaming platform on her iPad too, synced perfectly with her main account. A few quick settings tweaks, and I was in. Then, while she practiced her opening lines in the mirror, I uploaded a single audio file into her streaming folder, a compilation of her private voice notes, the ones where she called her followers sheep, mocked their struggles, and laughed about manipulating sponsors. It was queued up to play midway through her live. At 8 p.m., the stream went live. "Hey, my beautiful people," she chirped into the camera, waving. Thousands of hearts filled the screen instantly. The room buzzed with energy, her assistant clapping, music playing softly, comments scrolling at lightning speed. I stood off to the side, sipping champagne, watching the show unfold. She played the perfect role, charming, grateful, glowing. "You guys are my world," she said dramatically. "I wouldn't be here without you." I almost laughed. As the evening went on, people sent donations, digital gifts, heart emojis. Her follower count inched closer to 1 million. I watched her bask in it, completely unaware of what was coming. At 9:47 p.m., right on cue, the screen glitched slightly. Then her own voice echoed through the speakers. At first, she thought it was playback from a clip. She smiled uncertainly. Then the words hit her. "Most of my followers are idiots. They'd buy anything if I say it's life-changing." Her face froze. The room went silent. "They're like children. You have to feed them lies in pretty packaging." The chat exploded. Thousands of comments flooded in. "Is this real? Oh my God, she said that? What a fake." Unfollowed. Her assistant lunged for the tablet. Kendra's eyes darted wildly, her face draining of color. "Maya," she whispered, panic seeping into her voice. "What's happening?" I tilted my head. "Looks like your mic picked up something old," I said gently. "You might want to apologize before it gets worse." But it was too late. The comments were vicious now, people dragging her for hypocrisy, tagging Browns, demanding explanations. Screenshots spread across Twitter within minutes. The video hit Reddit before the stream even ended. Kendra fumbled through a trembling apology live, insisting it was taken out of context. But then another voice note played, one where she mocked a charity partnership. "They pay me to pretend to care, so whatever. It's tax-deductible empathy." That was the final nail. The screen flickered, and she ended the stream mid-sob. The last image was her face, smeared mascara, shaking hands, the perfect mask shattered in front of millions. I left quietly before she could say a word. Outside, the night air was cold and clean. I stood on the sidewalk, breathing deeply, hearing the faint sound of sirens and city traffic. My phone buzzed nonstop. Notifications, messages, tags. The story was viral already. By morning, every major gossip outlet had picked it up. Influencer exposed trashing fans on livestream. Her sponsors dropped her one by one. A PR firm issued a statement cutting ties. Within 24 hours, her follower count plummeted by over 300,000. I didn't gloat. I didn't post anything. I just watched quietly, sipping my coffee, as the empire she built on lies collapsed, piece by piece. She tried to call me 3 times. I didn't answer. On the 4th attempt, she left a voicemail. Her voice was small, raw. "Maya, I know it was you. Please, you don't understand what you've done. My career, everything's gone. I just needed attention, okay? I never meant to hurt you. Please, can we talk?" I deleted it. For weeks, she disappeared from social media. People speculated she'd moved out of the city. Some said she was in therapy. Others claimed she was planning a comeback. I didn't care. I'd already moved on, truly moved on. I started my own digital PR agency shortly after. Ironically, many of her ex-sponsors reached out to me for image management and crisis strategy. I helped them find authentic creators to replace her. There was a poetic symmetry in it, cleaning up the mess she left behind. Sometimes I wonder if she ever understood why I did it. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about truth. She made a career selling the illusion of honesty while betraying everyone who believed in her, including me. All I did was peel back the filter. And if you think that's cruel, remember, she taught me that everything is content.
You've just stepped into her revenge side, where every wound finds its justice, and every silence ends with truth. If her story struck a chord, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps these stories alive. Another secret waits in the next video. See how her revenge begins.